Hi, everybody. Grady Polson. Welcome to the America Agency.
All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited about what we're going to provide for you, and we're going to talk about LifeCENTER. So you're going to hear Andrew Taylor and Zach Twardowski. They're going to give you a live demo. They're going to show you exactly what you're going to utilize this for your business. Let me talk to you first as an agent. I got my life insurance license in 2008, and I spent all my time trying to work smarter. I wanted to find a way to manage my clients. I was working really, really hard on the phone. I wanted to make sure that I was utilizing every service that was available to me. And I had a hard time finding a lot of services, to be really honest with you. And now that we're working the way we're working with Integrity in the LifeCENTER, we have something that every single agent can benefit from. And what's amazing is you get access to this. It's yours. It's free. You get to access the service. No more looking at all these other services out there trying to figure out where do I go? How do I get here? Like quoting, for instance. Wouldn't it be amazing for you to go in, log in, you go ahead and put in the product you want to look at for the client, answer some questions, and then boom, here you go, here are your options. And if you choose one where I'm going to apply, you click apply to that individual carrier, and it takes you right in. Instead of having to carry all these logins with you, utilizing another service, now I got to log into a portal. Wait a minute, it didn't work over here. How do I get here? So there's so many amazing things that LifeCENTER offers. So we're really, really excited to scream and yell about our real launch here of getting people acclimated and getting them on the platform. When you look at what you can do with existing clients, we talked about how do we talk to our clients, stay in contact with them, reach out to them after it's been a year. Like, what do we do? When you look at what's available here, that makes that so much easier for you, less maintenance, more productivity, and then more profitability for you and more insurance for the families that you're servicing. And that's the key, right? How do you become a meaningful, specific in your clients' lives? Well, you make sure you bring as much value as you can. So when you're able to utilize this platform and when you get logged in, you're going to see that it's going to make your life a lot simpler. You can work a lot smarter. I mean, I'm all about working harder, right? We need to do that. But let's help you, the agent, let's help you, the manager, be able to access what you need to access from your platform so you can see the business real time. You see what's happening in quotes. You can identify problems that you have as a salesperson or as a manager in your sales force, where you can see where people are quoting, what they're doing, maybe where they're going wrong. So we make sure that as people are moving through, they're not only working harder, they're becoming smarter. And they're understanding through this platform, oh, this client is a great fit over here. Oh, it's great for me to look at this all on one page. Okay, here are my options here. All right, Tom, we're going to make this application here with America. We're going to make it with Mutual of Omaha. We're going to make it with F&G. So we have access. We're going to make it with NLG, with Corebridge, whatever it is you're doing and whatever you're looking at. So guys, this is one that you want to watch. You want to stay tuned to. And if you have any questions moving forward, you can reach out to your manager. You can reach out to corporate. You can find Zach Twardowski, Andrew Taylor, myself, and reach out and figure out how do you make sure that you access your business professionally and intentionally to make sure you're working real smart. And what LifeCENTER does, it makes it easier for the agent and the manager to work smart in the life insurance industry. So without any further ado, I'm going to pass it off to Andrew Taylor and Zach Twardowski.
All right, guys, Zach Twardowski here. We're going to go through a real quick overview of what Integrity LifeCENTER is, what it means, and why you have access to it as a Family First Life and Integrity agent. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Integrity, Sean, everyone that put this together for us. It's an amazing free resource. As everyone knows, we're used to dealing with a lot of resources that are not free, that overcharge agents. We pay a lot for texting. We pay a lot for underwriting. We pay for all these different tools, and Integrity said, hey, we're going to take all that off of the producer's plate and pay for it and provide it for you. And they spent a lot of money to build out this amazing tech platform. So we're super excited to launch it for y'all and hope you all give it a try. So if you're a Family First Life agent, you go to familyfirstlife.com, you log into Gateway, the same place that you go to view your numbers, to view leads, to get to Lead Center. LifeCENTER is a tab on the left side there. You click on LifeCENTER, and you'll be dropped right in LifeCENTER. So what LifeCENTER is essentially a platform where agents can quote products from multiple different carriers, multiple different product types, being final expense and IUL, and then manage your book of business from there. There's also a free dialer and free texting solution in there as well, which, as everyone on here knows, the texting and dialing can, if you're paying $100 a month for your dialer, you may be paying an extra $50, $75, $100 a month to text and call people and email people. And again, this is a free texting, emailing, and calling solution. It also does save a lot of time. And again, I keep saying money, but I think it's very important because we've always been focused at Family First Life and integrity of how do we do the best thing by the producers, because the producers do the most work. So it is free. That's important to us, but it also is going to save you time because there's single sign-on, meaning once you log into Gateway, you can go to LifeCENTER, you can go to LeadCenter, you can bounce back and forth between them, and then you can go directly from LifeCENTER to quoting, underwriting, and directly into the application, all with one sign-on. One of the biggest complaints we have, or not complaints because our agents don't complain, y'all never complain, but one of the biggest issues that we see is that agents have 15 tabs open on their computer and they're bouncing back and forth and they're distracted trying to figure out the right solution instead of focusing on the customer and the client. So this takes that all off the plate for you. All you have to do is log in one time and you can bounce without having to sign in over and over again, and you can get all the way from buying leads through an application with one password, which is amazing. Again, you can put into, and Andrew will do a lot of this in the demo that he's going to go after. This is kind of the higher level overview, but when you're in LifeCENTER, you can put reminders in for your clients. So if you met with, Betty and she told you about her grandson's goldfish's cat's name, you can put that note in there. When she calls you, it'll pop up and you can reference that next time she calls, right? Or whatever information your clients give you so that you have a good rapport with them as soon as they answer the phone. Again, single sign-on, you can quote e-app, and you can do quick quotes. So LifeCENTER and LeadCenter are connected. So if you buy your leads from LeadCenter, those contacts will be auto-populated into LifeCENTER. You'll be able to, quickly quote and underwrite those people and be able to get dropped straight into the application from there. If your leads are not already in LeadCenter, or you didn't buy your leads from LeadCenter, then you can do the quick quote option for any lead type that you have without having to put them directly into LifeCENTER. Again, there's multiple different product types. Right now, Final Expense is live and Simplified Issue IUL is live. And that's 95% of what we write as Family First Life. Fully Underwritten IUL is coming soon, where you can do the more advanced solves, max cash value, that sort of thing. But as of right now, I would encourage everyone to get in there and try Final Expense, try Simplified Issue IUL, as that is where we write 99% of our business at. If you're a Family First Life agent, if you have an HCMS account, if you have a Gateway account, you're already signed up for this. You don't have to do anything. Just go to familyfirstlife.com, log in, click LifeCENTER on the left side, give it a try, and I promise you're going to be thankful that Family First Life and Integrity put this together to save you money, time, and allow you to focus more on selling, more on recruiting, and more on the things that help you make money as a producer. Thank you all for your time.
Hello everybody, Andrew Taylor here. I'm going to show you guys what I think is the best tool you can use to build your agency that I've ever seen in the industry. The reason I say that is because when I first started selling life insurance, the person that hired me, I would call them all the time and I would need help quoting and I would need help with medical questions, prescriptions, all these different things. And finally, their wife called me and was like, hey, you're driving my husband crazy and it's date night and we're going to fire you. So you have to go through all these underwriting guidelines. Here's all the papers you can go through in order to do this. And so I would go try to do it. Now, what we're going to show you today is called Integrity LifeCENTER. And what this does is it does all that work for you and for a new agent. So what I'm going to be able to do now is I'm going to be able to hire and train agents faster using this tool. So to give you an example, we have an agent. He's 18 years old. He's actually still in high school. He used this tool, and what it allowed him to do is go through prescriptions, quoting with all the carriers he has, and go directly into the application so he can help a customer without having to call anybody. We're going to do a live demo for you guys so you can see how it works, and we'll share a few other things with you. So the first thing is you're going to see some things you can log into on the left-hand side. You got LeadCenter, LifeCENTER, your issue paid report, training. What we're going to do is we're going to take you to LifeCENTER right now. And once you get into LifeCENTER, there's a lot of cool things you can do, and it's all free. So I was at my daughter AC's 3rd birthday party, and some of my family members who sell insurance were like, we just tried LifeCENTER today, and we can text through there. We can quote through there. We can do all these different things through LifeCENTER. And we're going to save $300 to $400 a month in fees because this is free. And I had to tell him, dude, I had to tell my uncle, I'm like, dude, we got to sing happy birthday. We got to stop talking about LifeCENTER for a little bit. But he was pretty fired up about it. So once you get in here, I made a contact for myself. So you can either do a quick quote on the right-hand side, or you can go through and you can purchase leads in LifeCENTER. They'll automatically show up here. Or you can upload your own leads that you purchased somewhere else into this system, and you can also quote that way. So I'm gonna go to Andrew Taylor here, and I'm gonna start a quote. Now this is the cool thing. You can do final expense, or you can do simplified IUL, and fully underwritten IUL is gonna be on here April 14th. So for those new agents where they're like, I'm intimidated by IULs, I don't know how to do these things, you can come on here and you let the system do the work for you, and it will tell you exactly what to write, all the carriers they qualify for, what the pricing is. And I think this will relieve a lot of stress as a new agent of wondering if they're going to do the right thing. So let's start with final expense. We're going to go in here and we're going to put our height, weight. Now, if you have a lead that comes in here, this is already going to be here. But we're going to put male, date of birth, 7/6/1989. No tobacco, and 185 pounds. Now it's going to ask for health conditions. So let's put some in here so you can see how this works. The agent can put in here a medication name. So I'm going to put in lisinopril, and it's going to come up and it's going to ask what's it for. Hypertension, heart failure. I'm going to click hypertension. It's going to ask me what my last reading was, and then I'm going to go to continue. And once I do that, I can go to the quick quote option, and this is going to pull up the best carrier. Now this is cool because this is kind of tricky. I put in my age was only 36, and it came up with Transamerica as the best option because most final expense companies don't have products under age 50. So this is protecting you from all those different things. If we were to go back and I want to run let's say I don't have any medical conditions and I want to run a simplified IUL quote as a new agent. I'm going to click on simplified IUL. I'm going to go to next. I'm going to say I don't have any prescription medication, so I'm going to remove this one. And I am going to see what comes up as the best option. Now this is super cool because this is showing United of Omaha is the best option at $29.06. But what I can do is I can raise this. So I can go on the left-hand side, I can go, okay, I want to see what it's going to cost to do 250,000. So for 250,000, it would be $123.82. And this is going to pick whatever the best product is and what the customer is going to qualify for. Now, why is this important? Because now I can scale my business and I can have agents doing this instead of them being on the phone with me like I was when I was new with my manager. And I can spend my time helping other agents in other areas, hiring more agents, and selling more insurance myself. So this is kind of giving the agent the confidence to do everything. But that is not the cool part. Let me show you the cool part. So once I do this, when I hit apply, this is actually going to take you straight to the application for the carrier. And these are my three favorite letters in the world now. SSO. A lot of you might not know what that means, but we call that single sign-on. What single sign-on is that's where you can log into one hub, Integrity LifeCENTER, and you can sign on to every single carrier automatically into the application. Like you can see right now on my computer, it just took me straight to the application. It logged me in and it pre-populated any information that I had about on the quote tool into the application. So if I were to click on Americo, I could go right into Americo's app. If I were to click on Mutual of Omaha, I could go right into their app. American Amicable, right into their app. Now think about the power of this, okay? I lose everything. I lose my car keys all the time. I have like 25 AirPods, but I only have one and I lost it this morning because I lost the other 24. So I need to buy a new pair today again. So I lose that, but imagine what I do to my passwords. And luckily my wife finds everything. She's really good at finding stuff. She's like, your keys are over there. You left your phone in the backyard. You left your wallet over here. So imagine finding passwords. We have passwords for everything. With a new agent comes on, they need to know how to log into Americo, Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, all these different company passwords. Well, with single sign-on, my favorite 3 words in the world right now, all you have to do is log into one hub, and it logs that agent into all of these other systems. So that's pretty cool, right? But wait, it's even cooler than that. Once you get into LifeCENTER, if you want to go on the right-hand side, you can click on your initials in the right-hand corner, and you can do a couple cool things. One of them, you can go to Lead Center. If you toggle over to Lead Center, you can look at all the different types of leads you want to buy. They can go directly into this system if you want. As soon as you purchase them, they'll be there. You can text, you can call, and once you have a customer, like let's say you do business with them, they have something that's really cool called Ask Integrity. Now, Ask Integrity, as you can see on the right-hand side, is a feature that will summarize your client's information for you. So if they call you back, you can have that information handy and you don't have to do what I did as a new agent. Now, let me tell you my strategy as a new agent. I knew that if you remembered something about a customer when they called you and you did an annual review, that customer they'd feel really special. So I would always try to remember, like if their kid played football, I'd go, hey, how's your son's football practice going? Oh, it's going great. But I had all these customers, so I would write it down on 3x5 cards. And then I would try to pull their 3x5 card out, or I would have a spreadsheet with all of my customers' information on it, and I would try to randomly track annual reviews to help them with additional policies and additional business. Well, with this tool, all you got to do is you can go to Ask Integrity and you can put, hey, tell me about Andrew Taylor. And then it'll break down the information. So let me show you guys kind of what this says. Andrew Taylor is 35 years old. He was born July 6, 1989 and lives in Dallas, Texas. He has 0 providers, 0 prescriptions. If I did have those, it would be in here. And then the last time you talked to Andrew or had activity with him was April 2nd, 2025. So think about the power of John calls me. I don't really remember a lot about John. I open my computer. I can either use the voice activated Ask Integrity or I can type it in here and it's going to tell me John's on these medications. He has these policies with you. And then you can see how you can help them. Now imagine going back through your book of business and going, I could help this customer with an annuity. I could help this customer with additional life insurance. I could help this customer with Medicare. But you can find out right here in this quick summary. So it's a pretty amazing tool. Now, that actually isn't the coolest part. So it gets crazier. The coolest part is this. When you go into LifeCENTER, LifeCENTER is connected to the carriers where your policies will show up and you can see pending and issued business all in one hub. All right, so after showing you guys the quick quote tool, how you can build your agency super fast, all the time it's going to save you, all the people it's going to help, that's actually not the coolest part. The coolest part is this is one centralized hub for all your policies that you've already sold, and your policies are already showing up there. So if you go here, this shows 649 people that I've helped, where I can click on it and it'll give me their policy information, if it's pending, if it's lapsed. And again, that way I can work my book of business, which is a valuable asset that we build over years and years and years. But a lot of agents kind of lose track of customers and what they can help them with. So this tool is showing you, hey, these are all your policies here. This is what they have. And it will even make recommendations on what other things you can help them with. Okay, guys, so even though all these other things I've showed you are really amazing, there's actually something else that's probably just as cool. And this is the free CRM tool that new agents can use. So as you can see my screen, I can come in here and I can rapidly dial with the free phone number super fast through these lists. I can do free texting. I can do reminders. I can hit the Ask Integrity button right here and it'll tell me all about the customer. I could click these 3 dots on the right hand side and I can go straight to start a quote, contact, or add a reminder. Hey, follow up with this customer in 30 days or 90 days or whatever that tool is. Now, what I always do is I say, hey, the way that I've built my agency is I never do anything without learning it myself. And what I mean by that is if I was going to recommend a lead, I would try it myself. If I was going to recommend a system, I would try it myself. So for all the managers, I would go and learn this system, go through, click through, test it out. That way you can show your agents what to do and you can save yourself a bunch of time, a bunch of money. We can help more people. We can help more clients, agents, managers, everybody make a bigger difference. Thank you for joining us. We hope you guys enjoy this.